Hi everybody, this is Janet Wright. Welcome back. So this video will be two purposes. It is a standalone walkthrough video that you can do whenever you want, and it is the part 3 video of the May 13th, 2018 healing. Because I'm actually telling you what I really did in that healing so that you can do the techniques on yourself. So, this part 3 video, we will do two things. First, we'll do a quick grounding, but then we will heal your 7th chakra of your astral body. So, a 7th chakra is in the top of the head, but you have two of them. You have your physical body 7th chakra for your physical body in the top of your physical head, but then your astral body or your spirit body has its own 7th chakra too. It has a full set of chakras. So I do over here, but really my astral body is fully in my physical body. So they're in the same place actually, but you get different results when you heal one or the other. So it's always nice to heal both 7th chakras, your physical body 7th and your astral body 7th. But specifically, this video will walk you through healing your astral body 7th chakra. But what you could do is you could repeat the video and then use it to heal your physical body 7th chakra as well, if you want. But in the healing, people had already been prepped and healed by their angels. So, and plus they had already gotten the Friday healing, so they didn't need it. So I just focused on giving them an awesome astral body 7th chakra healing and creative rings healing. So that's what this video will do. It'll walk you through understanding that and doing it on yourself. Woohoo! And maybe you have great family members in this life, but maybe you didn't in a past life. So that's why this kind of healing is really good for everybody, I think. Because you never know. I mean, we've all had sort of weird past lives as well. And then the creative rings above here, they're so key for having a well-functioning 7th chakra that I think that is part of why. And also creative rings, you know, they generate creative inspiration, kind of like creative power. So I think that, you know, if someone wants to control you, you know, make you sort of march in line, you know, do what the family's doing, you know, you can kind of understand how they might cord there, or they might, you know, sort of wrap something around those rings to get them to not work so well. So 7th chakra, it's the energy center in the top of your head. And like I said, you have a physical 7th chakra, but what we're going to do is heal your spirit body 7th chakra or your astral body 7th chakra. And I have kind of a silly model, only silly because, well, it's big, which I like to imagine a copy of the 7th chakra out in front of you. But I like to make it big so that you can just work with it more easily, because it's really spatially not that big, you know, and it's kind of small because it shouldn't get in the way of your 6th chakra. So it's really like this small, really powerful energy center in there. But I like to make a giant copy. So it should not be white though. If I had purple paper, I would use purple paper because it should be purple, ideally, never white. So please forgive me about that. I gotta get some rainbow paper ordered. But anyway, so, but this is just to show you, like, I make my model when I'm working a copy of the 7th chakra out in front of me, I make it giant, just like this, you know? So instead of like literally something that small, I make a giant copy out in front of me. Because I just feel like it's easier. You know, I don't want to be doing like little work on it, you know? So anyway, let's go ahead and first we'll ground and then we'll work the 7th chakra of the astral body, okay? So be aware of your aura and how wide it is. Be aware of your grounding, recreate your grounding, make a brand new grounding, red or orange or yellow, all the way down to the core of the earth, and keep it wide, right? And it should start at it should start up here at your 3rd chakra and stay wide and go all the way down to the core of the earth, okay? So I'm gonna do red. You can do red or orange or yellow. And you can imagine like a waterfall if you want, or a beam of light that's red or orange or yellow, but that it continually flows downward. Maybe take a deep breath, think about letting go. I can let go. Very nice. Okay, so that's grounding. And I think we'll stop with that. I have, of course, lots of videos on grounding. I have a tricolor earth energy soak, which is nice too. It's 6 minutes tricolor earth energy soak. But anyway, I think grounding's enough. We'll keep it simple. And so make your giant copy that hopefully is not white out in front of you of your 7th chakra, right? So 7th chakra for the physical body is here, for this astral body, same place on the astral body, but you want to just make a copy of it that you can feel out in front of you, and just make a big copy. You can, you know, expand it, make it smaller, bigger, whatever, because it's just a copy, right? But this is of your spirit 7th, and it is oriented this way. So energy goes in the bottom, spins around, and fountains out the top. It goes all the way up here. I do have a 3-video playlist called 7 Chakras Aura Layers Flow. That's 7 Chakras Aura Layers Flow that describes all the different chakras and how they point and which way the energy flows and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, so 7th chakra out in front of you, and notice the actual color of it. And if you can't see, that's okay. You know, just imagine, like you could do multiple choice. Is it white? Is it black? Is it, because chances are it has the color, but then it has stuff around it. You know, so go ahead and set the color with your intention to be a purple, any purple that you want. But then notice stuff around it, if there is anything, and you want to wash off the stuff around it, obviously. So use the energy that flows out of your hand chakras. Energy naturally flows out, and out of your fingertip chakras, right? And use them like gold hoses, right? And just wash off this copy. Anything that's not a part of your 7th chakra, which you just set to a purple. So anything now that's not purple, you're gonna wash off, right? And there'll be some things that I think are easier than other things. Like the energy blocks, those are pretty simple. They'll just be like stacked, like boom, 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 like a bunch of books up here or a bunch of books below here. So you just comb downward and upward with the gold light. And just think about being the flow, think about letting go of these energy blocks, and that'll melt them faster. I can be the flow, I don't have to be the glue, I can be the flow. There you go. And then just keep letting the gold light just soak into the chakra. And you may have some beings around the chakra, which is something that you can deal with. You just freeze them and then hand them to your angels and ask your angels to recycle them. And if that seems like it's too much, I would say try it with me. But plan B is always you can just point them out to your angels and say, angels, can you please remove those? You know, and just your angels will hear that word angels, and they'll hear your request and they'll do it. Okay. But so I have, it's like right around here. It's kind of like a bushiness, you know, like almost like you know, whatever, like a cloudiness right here. And for me, that's a couple of beings, right? Just right around here. So I'm gonna freeze them, you know, like with my intention, because anything in your space you can freeze, you can stop its movement, right? So I'm gonna freeze it, and then I'm gonna take them off of the chakra, and I'm gonna give them to my angels and say, angels, can you please recycle these? Because I'm in charge, okay? So be in charge. Okay, now if that's too much, just ask your angels. Angels, can you recycle those, right? And then just keep going and remove more energy blocks, melt them away. Maybe you have energy cords going into them. So there might be some on the, you know, like a lot of times it's like a match set. So you might have them in front and back or to the sides, and just use lots of gold light and melt away any energy cords. Because you can't, even if you're clairvoyant, you might not see all of them. So you just use your intention, even if you do see energy, and just be like, okay, I want to melt away all the energy cords, and just try to be thorough about it. Like think about it and just melt them all away. Keep breathing. And again, you're healing and repairing your astral body 7th chakra. 7th chakra helps with confidence, with, like we said, like setting the tone, owning your space. So the bottom of it too, the bottom of your astral body 7th chakra, and just melt away more energy blocks. And if you have any beings, they can sort of feel like bouncy or mushy. And so just freeze them. and freeze them all at once. And you know, I have maybe like 3. And so I'm going to freeze them. I'm going to hand them to my angels. Say, angels, can you please recycle these? And then I'm just going to keep melting away the energy blocks. And then I have one more, so I'm just going to freeze it and hand it to my angels. Angels, can you please recycle that? And then where that being was, which that can happen too, where the being was, there was some damage. So there's a little tiny part missing right there. So a lot of times beings will just hang on to a damaged part, or a cord will go into a damaged part. So that's why you want to use a lot of gold light, and after you remove the being, just make sure there's no damage there, right? Because you want it to be like smooth like this. And so with no chips missing or little pieces missing. And the more you wash it out and melt away the cords from it, it'll just grow back. And now it's all healed again. Yeah, that's nice. And then the last way we healed the chakra was we looked for devices, and devices can be, I'm not going to do a lot of it, but the devices can kind of clip on, kind of like that, you know. They may not look just like that, but they, you know, they kind of attach on to the outer round parts, or they can kind of be just thrust through the chakra. Like this is really a chopstick, but you know, it could be like, you know, someone throws a piece of energy, a hard piece of energy, a device, and it just goes and it makes a hole in there, and it can still be stuck in there. So it might look like that. Or it might look like that, like it went all the way through, and so part of it's on this end and part of it's on this end. So what I did, because I'm doing this for healing 78 people, so what I did is I used gold fire, because I think gold fire, I don't know, just my idea with it, and you know, something else could work just as well, really. But for me, gold fire just kind of wraps itself around that little device and burns it up, melts it up. Okay, so go ahead and just anything that's sticking out of the sides of the 7th chakra, just with your intention, just, you know, use gold fire and just melt them all away. Okay, and then where that was sticking in, there's going to be a hole, right? But so now you just use lots of gold light and wash out the hole, and then it'll grow back. So then there's no more hole. And a lot of different people had holes, you know, because sometimes like the actual device is long gone, but the hole is still there. And it just makes it easier for someone to cord you, or a being to kind of attach itself right there. So you just want all those little holes to grow back. And so you just use gold light, that's it. You're not like trying to fill it in at all, because once you wash it out, it'll just grow back to a whole, to a, you know, a healed state. Doing the bottom just a little more. There you go. Very nice. So again, you just healed your astral body 7th chakra. And what happens when you do that is it's a nice ripple effect throughout. So I think, you know, maybe just breathe, you know, touch your fingers, wiggle your toes, redo your grounding, maybe just think about it, make it a different color if you want, redo it. Because you want to make sure you can release energy, because it's going to set off a pretty big chain reaction of like, oh, that's cleared, now I'm going to do this. Oh, that's cleared, now I'm going to clear this. All right, so after the 7th chakra, let's do the creative rings. So the creative rings are 3 gold rings, like 1, 2, 3. They're maybe about this big. You're right up here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And again, maybe about that big, roughly. You know, give or take. And creative rings, sometimes I've been a little confused about, are they above the physical head, or are they above the astral head, or both? I think the angels explained it to me recently. They're actually above the astral body head, but you do have like a nice clear, you should have like a nice clear space for them around your physical body. So above here. So when you get in, then your creative rings, like they're nice and free and flowing, and it's really awesome. So you actually have like a space for them right here, ideally, but they're actually, they go with your astral body. So then if you're mostly in or you're partially in, then your creative rings are there, you know, and then the rest of your energy that comes in comes through the creative rings. So I hope that makes sense. It doesn't, that's sort of for an advanced person if they want to know more. But you just imagine the gold rings, and I do have a creative rings healing video, so we're going to do it pretty quick, and then you can just do more with that creative ring healing video. But anyway, there are 3 gold rings, so just soak them in red earth energy that you bring up from the center of the earth. Soak the 3 creative rings, and then use lots of gold light, gold fire, gold water, gold soap, whatever you want, and just whatever's healthy and gentle for you to clear right now. Just kind of wash them and scrub them. Melt away the energy cords going into them, and get rid of any devices that are in the way, that are healthy and gentle for you to clear, because you want to be able to have strong boundaries with beings and with family members. Okay, so just melt away anything. Sometimes a device around the creative rings might be like wrapped around part of it. So just kind of, you know, any device that you're ready to get rid of, just imagine you're kind of lifting them out. You know, you're maybe separating the devices and getting rid of them. So you just have your gold creative rings. You don't have like things wrapped around them that don't belong there. But, you know, if that's too complicated, just have the gold fire melt whatever doesn't belong there. You know, that's kind of nice. So then you don't have to think about it. So the gold fire melts the cords, the gold fire melts away the devices that are healthy and gentle for you to clear right now. Sometimes the devices kind of link all 3 of the cords together, and the devices are real hard. So you just kind of notice them and be gentle, but you just melt them away. Or you can take them off and hand them to your angels and say, I'm done with these. All right, cool. I like doing those 2 together, creative rings and the 7th chakra, of, you know, whichever, because they're very interrelated. They're so close to each other. The creative rings send down gold light into the 7th chakra. So sometimes if you have cords or devices affecting the creative rings, then it sends kind of a weird energy down to your 7th chakra. So it's nice to heal both. It might be nice to just kind of rebalance everything. So you just imagine all the 7 chakras along your physical body spine, and then all the 7 chakras along your spirit body, your astral body or your spirit body spine. And you know, if you're present, they're actually in the exact same place. But I like to imagine copies out in front of me, all 7, all 7. And you don't have to worry about what they look like at this point. And just gold light in a relaxed way, just kind of up and down them. Just like I like to do from top down. And just be like, it's okay. And you're just rebalancing everything. You're rebalancing the 7 chakras of your physical body and the 7 of your spirit body. You know, because when you do this kind of major work, there's a very positive ripple effect, but it does affect the other chakras. So you just kind of want to unblock all the chakras and help them to relax and help them to kind of work together. Help them to rebalance and align with each other. There you go. That's so nice. So good job, guys. What you did is you worked your astral body chakra, and you healed and repaired. You melted away and removed devices, and you freezed and removed beings or entities and gave them to your angels for recycling. And at the end, you just rebalanced all your 7 chakras of your physical body and of your astral body. So good job, guys. Woohoo! Bye.